In this episode of M-Guy, I'm going to be giving you 8 reasons why the R8 V10 is the perfect usable supercar. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Simon. I've got a back catalogue of about 140 videos featuring a Maserati Gran Turismo, a crazy Mercedes-Benz V12, a Mercedes-Benz SL55, and this beautiful Audi R8. Be great to have you as a subscriber. So for those of you who've been with the channel for a while, you will know this is my 2010 Audi R8 V10. Now I've had this car since October last year, so it's coming up to 1 year now, although as regular watchers of this channel will know, more than half of that time it was spent in the workshop having a lot of work done after it was flooded in a terrible rainstorm in my home back in November of last year. I'll put a link up here to the playlist for those videos. So what I wanted to do in this video was basically give you my 8 reasons why I think that the Audi R8 V10 is the perfect usable supercar. So let's get going. So the first reason is that this car really has got supercar DNA. It has some of the most amazing and dramatic styling, certainly the Generation 1, which this is, with the carbon side blades, very distinctive feature of this car and really makes it stand out. It's an amazing looking car even over 10 years after it was first released. It really has supercar presence on the road, and it is a fantastic looking car. It really does have all the elements that put together give it supercar status. The feature that I like best is the glass engine cover that allows you to look at that beautiful V10 naturally aspirated engine. The second reason, speaking of that engine, is that amazing naturally aspirated V10. It's derived from the Lamborghini engine. It pumps out 525 horsepower and it makes an absolutely glorious sound. The R8 V8 is still a fantastic car, no question about it. But there's something about the V10 sound and just having those extra 2 cylinders and tying it into the Lamborghini DNA, which really sets the V10 apart. The third reason is the performance. Compared to modern supercars, you might say this isn't the quickest, because it isn't. It has perfectly sufficient performance for most people. This car will do 0 to 100 in about 3.8 or 3.9 seconds. It is blisteringly fast and perfectly fast enough for the majority of people. The fourth reason is that this car has the Quattro 4-wheel drive system. That really allows this car to make the most of its 525 horsepower. It grips the road like crazy, and it gives you a bit of safety margin as well. You know, with a rear engine supercar, there is that possibility that you're going to lose control if you accidentally overkick the throttle, whereas with the Quattro system, it just gives you that little bit of insurance. Make sure you don't put it through a hedge backwards. The fifth reason I think this is the perfect usable supercar is that it's really roomy inside. The cabin is really comfortable, even for tall individuals. Gives you plenty of headroom. The seats are very adjustable. They go back a long way. Really well appointed. You can easily see yourself doing a long cross-country drive in this car, no problem at all. The other thing that combines with the roominess and comfort of the cabin is the fact that it has reasonable storage space as well. The front trunk, it's not huge, but you can easily get a couple of weekend bags in there, and there's storage space behind the driver and passenger's seats here with a little net, and that will allow you to add an extra couple of bags if you need it. Very, very practical, really. The sixth reason that this is the perfect usable supercar is the fact that the ride is actually very comfortable. It's not bone-cracking, bone-shakingly rough or firm, and that is thanks to the Audi magnetic ride system, which has adjustable dampers and allows you really to have two cars in one. When you're driving just casually, you can put the dampers in normal mode, which actually gives you a very compliant and comfortable ride. But if you want to go on the track and stiffen up the suspension, simple press of the button and you get much stiffer suspension, much better performance and much better cornering. The seventh reason is a bit subjective, and I'm sure a few people will disagree with me on this, but if you don't want so much attention from a supercar, then the Audi R8 is the perfect way to go. Certain sections of automotive society do find Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, they do find them potentially a little bit shouty and loud, perhaps a little bit offensive. I don't personally. I think they're amazing cars, but if you drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, you have got to expect a lot of attention from passers-by, stopping you at garages, stopping you at petrol stations to talk about your car, or know more about it. What do you do for a living? How much did it cost? All that kind of stuff, which is fine, and I'm very happy to talk to people. To drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, I think you have to have a certain amount of confidence and bravado, if you like. I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. So from my perspective, this is the nice balance between having a supercar but also not being too offensive or not getting too much attention. And number 8, the final reason why I think this really is the perfect usable supercar, is that it is an Audi. It is, a very well-known brand. It's a common brand. There are lots of dealers, repairers that can help you. There's parts are available easily. It's not so exotic that parts and maintenance are going to be horrendously expensive. Admittedly, the R8 is going to cost more. It is a supercar. It is going to cost more to repair than your average Audi. But the fact is that most places will have an Audi dealer, or at least a mechanic who can work on Audis. So a lot of the parts are shared with the lower spec models, and that means that costs will be reduced. And I think that your cost of ownership of this car is going to be much less than an equivalent Lamborghini or Ferrari. Really is a symphony of sound that V10 makes. Far out. That is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Ever since I've got this car back, since it was flooded, I've appreciated it with new eyes, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it now. I did flirt with changing it for a Ferrari 575. I'll link to the video up here. And I also flirted with the potential of a McLaren MP412C. But in the end, I've decided that this car is really everything that I need from a supercar right now. And I hope you'll agree. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you agree with the reasons why this is such a great supercar option. If you disagree, let me know as well. I always try and read the comments, always try and reply. So it'd be great to read your views. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like. It would be great to have you as a subscriber and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram at mguy.tv or Twitter at mguy_TV, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.